Hey everybody, what's up? Miller Highlights here. We're going to do a box opening of the Cross Vise off of Amazon, which is actually considered a mill vise, is what it really is, but they call it a cross vise. So anyhow, let's open up, and I'm actually going to take it completely apart. Not today, but I'm going to take it completely apart, and I'm sure it's going to need some cleanup. But I want to take it out with a review out of the box, exactly how it's going to look when you purchase it from Amazon. So this is the box I got, and it's taped up pretty heavily there. Let's open it up, see what we got. Now, why do we need a mill vise? I have lots of use for it. 40 years in the automotive business, used to be do a lot of machine work and stuff like that. So, and then I also build guitars. So I can use a mill vise for drilling holes in my bridges and for the strings, but for the automotive repairs that I do around home and for other people, I often can use mill vise for doing some precision drilling, and sometimes you even got to make your own little parts, aluminum or whatever, so it's nice to have a mill. So you just put some end mills in a drill press. I got a new drill press this is going on. Perhaps in another video I'll show this in operation after I get it all cleaned up, but let's get and see what we got. So not much in terms of instructions, but like I've said before, nobody reads instructions anyhow. Okay, looks like it comes with a set of Allen wrenches there, and maybe some kind of spacers. You got two XY cranks, and it looks like it has some graduations on it, probably in thousandths of an inch. Give you a better look at that. So, and those are going to go on to the XY slides, which is what these are. It's just two slides, an X and a Y. In the machine world, those would be slideways, is what we'd call them. So it comes packaged in that. It's going to be dirty. It's dirty for a reason. They've got to pack them in oil, and after machining, if they don't clean them good, it's going to be pretty grungy. So, but it looks like from here, and I got a bunch of paper towels on my. This is my circular saw table, so I just got through getting all the rust off, so I don't want to get it all messed up. Okay, let's get rid of some boxes here. And I think I'm going to get some towels. I've noticed in the past it's easy to slice your hands up on sharp corners if you don't have towels or gloves on, something to that effect. But let's see if we can get these slideways out. Boy, they're really in there. Boy, that's tough. Come on out, guys. There we go. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Put these in the box. As for the trash pile, Okay, so looking at the top surface for the main vise, actually looks like pretty good quality. It's a machined surface, which is nice to see. So you can see in there the machined surfaces, and it looked like they did a pretty good job on the machining. Now I've seen previous videos where these look pretty bad, so maybe they stepped up their quality a little bit. I wasn't expecting much. This was around $65–$69 range, I believe. To buy a quality mill vise, you're looking at $500–$600, and I just don't need that for my home use. And besides that, I can dress up this cheap $69 mill vise to be just as accurate and repeat just as well. And what's important about mill vises is that they repeat. So if you go from left to right, forward to aft, and you have some set level, you should be able to get a dial indicator on there, and it shouldn't change at all, not even a thousandth of an inch. And if you go fore and aft, fore and aft, fore and aft, it should always be the same. It should never change. And that's the difference between a better quality unit and lower quality unit. But for what I can see, let me get my flashlight. What I can see, these slideways look pretty darn good. They got some mill marks that can be dressed up with a stone, but I gotta be honest with you, not bad. It's a lot better than I was expecting, let's put it that way. I was expecting, it looks like that came out, that screw came out. So there we go. So the lead screw came out, and that's what these cranks are going to attach to, is these lead screws, and that's actually what makes them go in and out on the XY axis there. So let's put these lead screws on. But you know, the machining really isn't that bad. I mean, it's a little rough on the slideways, but you know, that's well cleanable. There's no big pits. It's not like it's just a big cast. Here, let me see if I can get it up here and get you a good look at the slideways itself. If I don't cut myself. So let's take a peek at the slideways there. Probably doesn't do it justice in the picture, but you know, $69, that's pretty good. So what I'll probably do is I'm going to put this together, just see how it feels going back and forth. But I'm actually going to take this thing completely apart, and I'm going to get some stones and some crocus cloth and clean these slideways up. And it looks like a good unit, to be honest with you. I got no complaints. I've seen some negative reviews on this, but I gotta tell you, you do a little bit of work on it, you got yourself $500 mill vise. So looks like these gotta come out further. See if we can get these on here. There we go. And then you got your nuts inside. And they can give you all the Allen screws you need. I'm sure they don't give you a wrench for the nuts, but that's okay. So there's one on there. And then this one's got to be pulled through better, looks like. Make sure that it looks like it's seated all the way. It comes out a little short. So I'm not exactly sure why that is. Maybe I just gotta screw that out a little bit. There we go. Seat it in there all the way. See if that comes through now. Still a little short. Okay. Let's see, they should be the same length. Yeah, they're the same length. So, let me get a pair of pliers, see if I can pull that out. Huh. Well, there you go. This shaft is in all the way. Let me tap on that back a little bit, see if I can get it in a little further. I wonder if the inside, let me try this other one, see if it fits a little better. Nope, same issue. So for some reason that side's a little short coming out. And that side fits good. Hope they didn't give me the wrong lead screw. Well, there you go. That lead screw is all the way in, and it does not come out far enough for this axis to crank to go on. I'm sure I can modify it somehow, or maybe take this apart and see what's going on. Maybe there's something caught up. Okay. They're coming all the way through. Maybe that's it. Just not all the way in. Yep, it's got a little further to go, I think. There we go. Alright, problem solved. Let's get these screws back in. See if I gained enough on that. There we go. Alright, it was me. There we go. Now we got the second axis. Alrighty. And then I'll tighten that up in a bit. I'm not going to tighten it up right now. I'm not a person that uses pliers to tighten up a bolt. In fact, I never, after I was a mechanic or in the automotive business for almost 40 years, I never owned a crescent wrench until I bought my own house. And the only reason I did that was I got tired of walking back and forth trying to figure out what size I needed. And So I just bought me a crescent wrench set after that. But before that, I never owned a crescent wrench. I always had the right size wrench. But in the case of a machine nut, you want the right size wrench. You don't want to go using pliers or whatever and damaging the thread or whatever. Even crescent wrench, if you're not, don't really use one right and get it on there tight, it's going to strip them out too. And it's just easier to just get a wrench or a socket and go on them. So, okay, so we got our XY slides. And the only thing I don't like is the play. See that play? So I gotta see if maybe once I tighten this up, maybe that play will go out, but it might. You know what? Let's go ahead and tighten it up just to check the end play. So, 'cause that's kind of part of this review. So that looks like, let me grab a wrench. I'm guessing maybe a 3/8, and it is. By the way, that's all I use is snap-on. That's not true. But I do have snap-on. I got Mac. I got Matco, Craftsman, the old good Craftsman, that is. And but name brand wrenches are paying off, even though a lot of the Harbor Freight and so forth are trying to emulate Snap-on, some of the higher quality brands, and but you can't beat a quality tool. Okay, let's see what that feels like now. Okay, alright, looks like all the end play's gone. And I can tell you right now that the shims for the slideways are not adjusted. They left those loose, and I'm sure they left them loose on purpose. Take the play out of them, and I don't see. Yeah, there we go. One of them's got a lock nut, the others don't have lock nuts. Normally these slideway adjusters would have lock nuts on them so that you can lock it in. But that's not a big deal for me. I can live with that. I can fix that. I can always get some longer Allen screws and lock them in. So those feel pretty good there. Okay, and you don't really want to tighten down. You just want to get the zero clearance on them and then back off just a hair. Okay, let's see how that feels. Oh, got some up here too. Gotta tighten those. This out of the way. Okay. So I like to go in just snug and then just back it off of here. Back off of here. Snug. Back off. Just actually that's that lock nut is there we go. Let's back that off some more. So just turn it in snug, back off of here, and that feels pretty darn good there. Let's see if these are adjusted right. Just to double check them. Lock them in. back off of here. Now these are going to come loose because there's no lock nuts, so I am going to buy longer Allen screws for that so I can put lock nuts on them. Because you want it, you don't want any more than a thousandths play on that. You can actually check that with a dial indicator and move that, but that feels pretty darn good. I may have these a little tight on the lock nuts because it's not, there we go, because they are nylon lock washers, so you can kind of adjust them. Let's check this one here. Okay, so let's see how our slide works. You know, that's pretty darn good. It's better, much better quality than I expected. So, good job, Lynn. I also bought a Win pole sander, so I'm going to do a review on that when I set that up. I got to clear some space for it. You know, mechanic is not the cleanest, but we're organized. That's the difference, you know, with an old veteran mechanic. We may not be the cleanest in the world, but darn it, we're organized. And we know where everything is, you know. Maybe an organized mess, but we're still organized. So, but anyhow, for the Win mill vise, let's see, what's the model number on this? It's a model, I don't know if you can see that. Hold it up there. It's, I believe it was 414C. Let me look at that and see. 414CV. And I believe it was $69. I'm getting old, don't hold me to that. But I believe it was around $69. It might have been 64 or something like that. But you know, I'm pretty happy with the purchase. The machining looks nice. You know, for everything I'm going to use it for, it's more than adequate. So, there you go.